Good morning. So I mentioned before that I wanted to do some flights around some of these different cities and areas that we've flown over, through, or from. And to start with, I wanted to take a better look at Paris, fly a little bit around the sites, make a couple of passes. So this isn't going to be anything super crazy. So we are going to depart from the small airport where I took off previously, barely, for our flight up to Amsterdam. We'll fly around these sites in Paris a couple of times, make a couple of laps. We'll see. We may just make a couple figure eights. And then we'll come back over here and land on this smaller airport. I am going to be doing this in the Cirrus, which I have never flown in this game that I recall. I think I've maybe done one or two quick jaunts in it, but nothing serious to actually know how it's going to handle, so I don't even remember what its autopilot is like, so we'll see. I'm not expecting to do a whole lot with autopilot, more just kind of hold the plane level, maybe do some banks and turns so that I can be outside and looking at the sights and the scenery. There's two things I really want to accomplish with this. First is just to see how good things look at the graphical settings that I have right now, which is kind of more medium, maybe a few on the high end, but mostly medium. And see how the FPS performs in the city, because again, the last few patches have supposedly balanced some of that FPS issues out that I had before. But overall, I'm still seeing more problems in these last few patches than I had prior to, I think it was January when I last actually flew in VR, just because the performance had taken such a hit that it wasn't playable anymore. So we'll see what happens here. If this goes pretty decent, then maybe we'll do a couple more of these flights and then break out the VR headset again and see if we can actually play the way I would prefer to play, because that was a totally different experience. So we'll see.
Tower, Cirrus, November 550, Charlie Romeo, ready for north departure in runway 07 right. Cirrus, November 550, Charlie Romeo, cleared for takeoff runway 07 right departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 07 right, Cirrus 0 Charlie Romeo.
Okay, we're on the runway. I am going to be fully honest, I don't think I've ever actually been in this plane before. Drop the flaps one. Get my VFR map where I'd like it to stay. I don't know why it keeps going away. Let's take a quick look at the plane I've got. Not too bad. There we go. All right, let's throttle up and get out of here. Alright. So there's downtown. I do want to come back to the palace, but we'll probably hit that up on our way into land. Oops. I'm getting about 20 FPS right now. You can see some of the chop. It's not bad. I could live with this overall. The plane didn't handle too poorly. Downtown's over there, and then I believe the Eiffel Tower and stuff is off in front of me over there. Let's throttle back a little bit as we near our altitude. So outside the plane, it looks a little bit more smooth. I'm getting about 21 to 22 FPS right now. Wow, those are big stadiums right next to each other. That's crazy. Got the Eiffel Tower and stuff coming up ahead, so I want to kind of bank more over to the right now. Very pretty. All those streets, 18 FPS. Overall, it definitely looks a lot better. Let's see if I can crank this thing off to the right here. Get a good look of what's over there. Pretty with all the buildings and everything. Grand Palais. Nice plaza, the Louvre. Good detail on it all. Bushes out front. Yeah. Notre Dame. Pantheon, wow. Very detailed. Things look a lot better overall, I must admit. See all the insane street design here of these old cities. Rail stations. Okay. Man, a lot of soccer fields. Football fields, I guess, here. Looks like a power plant or something up ahead. Okay, let's begin our left turn here. Feels like the dead zone on my right stick for looking around has been messed with again by the game settings. Okay, now we're dropping down 4 FPS, 13 FPS, 15, 16. Wow, I wonder why it suddenly got choppy. Alright, I'm going to see if I can check, because I did mess with my GPU a little bit. Nope, nothing really major there. Back up to 19 and a stutter and hung. Looks like a Viking River cruise boat down there. And I wish they'd had some modeling for some of the boats so that they would look better. Okay, we really need to hang more of a left now. The ground looks pretty good. I like the water, the different depth layer texture that they've applied. That looks like a theme park. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's Disneyland? Matterhorn? No idea, but it certainly looks neat. 19 FPS with some dips lower, and it can definitely be felt. A lot of stuff there in the river by the edge of this train station. Big funky buildings. check out this cathedral. You can see the Eiffel Tower again over there. I got the Louvre and all the other palaces that I did. So we'll fly over here and then we'll head over towards main downtown. I think that's what that one is. Oops. And I believe that's where we'll find the Arc. Looks like another rail station. Sacré-Cœur Basilica. Heard of it. Looks very good from here. It kind of pops. Another big stadium. Beautiful grounds. We're getting 14 to 20 FPS. That's a bit annoying. Very pretty. Definitely a lot of neat things to see flying around here. There's the Arc, so let's make a hard left towards that. And then we'll make a sweeping turn. Let's come back around and head over to town. I can see some of these buildings like that one look really terrible. The rail lines. Others look pretty good. It's kind of an interesting way they've done it. Quite the highway they've stuffed down there too. I don't think cars go the opposite way around there. As I see cars driving incorrectly around there. Don't fully believe I'm getting 22 FPS right now, but why not, game? Very pretty. Invalids. I don't know what half this stuff is, and I feel very ignorant suddenly. Alright. Another train area. Alright, so my airport's somewhere behind me, so we need to loop around. We are going to see, this thing has definitely been messed with. I'll take a look at that later. We're going to switch to level flight, so it's just going to hold me level here. I'm going to turn autopilot to you. Okay, level flight off. Let's just get this thing turned around. So that we can head back towards downtown, which is closer to my airport. Yeah, it feels like my dead zones are virtually gone all of a sudden, because I'm able to barely move the stick, not even a centimeter. Half a centimeter maybe within the dead zone, and I'm getting this plane to turn all over the place. So I wonder if that's kind of what screwed up my flight the other night. Alright, looks like a planetarium over there. Okay, coming up on town. And then we'll make a left to head over towards my airport. And see if we can get this thing on the ground. Alright, now we're going to get a good view of town. A lot of green space there, I'm surprised. That is a really cool building. Nightmare of roads. Wow. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of stadiums, which is kind of surprising. All right. Well, let's get this thing turning a bit more. Head us down to our airport. We'll see if we can get this thing on the ground. Pretty city. I like what they've done. It feels a lot more vibrant now. Traffic, I'm not sure is flowing correctly on the roads, but that's alright. Definitely a lot to see. Lots to get even lower and take a look around the city if you're in a bush plane or something. So far, the Cirrus I like very well, and you notice it doesn't suffer from the same rudder autopilot bug that the jets do, so... blah. And that should be my airport right there. 5 nautical miles away, so we're gonna figure out how we land on it. Let's disengage autopilot for the moment, and of course I immediately start drifting. Twitchy, man, jeez. It's the dead zones. Literally, I am doing all this work without ever going beyond the dead zone of my controller right now. That is absurd. The whole flight stick is redone. That's got to be what caused the CJ4 to have so many issues in my last video. That is nuts. Okay, I don't recall exactly which way the runways are facing, so let's make a pass over it. And then we'll probably make a right turn, because if I recall, they head kind of to the southeastern direction. I believe it's a grass field. Okay. It's going to be very difficult with how twitchy this is, but so far we're managing to just hold our own. Again, all this maneuvering I have done within the dead zone of my flight stick. I have done nothing else. So that's a little crazy. Which one of these is 1-1 left? I can't tell very easily. I see a taxiway, and I kind of see a runway. Okay, this is going to be rough, but hey, we'll figure it out. very slow right turn to get our distance from the airport, and then we'll come back around to it. Kind of a sweeping approach. I'm at about 1650 feet right now. Make our turn. Over this cool little Parisian town. Bit of a steep bank angle there, but oh well. Alright, field coming in sight. I lined that up pretty well. Can see the runway a little better from here. Okay. So color me quite impressed. What taxiway? I can't see anything here. We're just going to do this.
Going to 118.0 Cirrus 0 Charlie Romeo. Ground Cirrus
I think I sort of missed my exit, but okay.
Request taxi to parking. Going to 118.0 Cirrus 0 Charlie Romeo. Aviation parking via taxiway. Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Cirrus 0 Charlie Romeo.
Yeah. Did not mean to kill you, buddy. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, you are just about prop material. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. We managed to have a very good landing, of all things, completely manual. So Cirrus is a new plane for me to fly. This sucker worked really well. It has good airspeed. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's just get in here and shut all the power off. There we go. Completed flight. Not too shabby. Good flight, good city to look around. I enjoyed that. So I think next time we'll head down to the south of France and fly around where we saw the cruise ship. And I think I'll probably do it in the same plane, but I'm definitely going to go take a look at the sensitivity because that is garbage. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.